Now that our grid is complete, we are ready to start gluing our small squares onto our paper to actually create our pixelated self-portrait. For this part, you are going to need your large grid, the small guide that we created, a glue stick, and all of these little paper squares. So I am going to start just by putting a little bit of glue down on that whole first row. That was what was easiest for me. I'm going to use my guide. I'm going to look at the first row. So 1, I put glue all across the first line. I'm going to look at here and I know what colors I need to use. So for 1A, I'm going to take a purple square because that's what's in there, and I'm going to just glue that down. For 1B, I need pink, and I'm going to put that down. For 1C, it's purple. For 1D, it is pink. For 1E, it is purple, pink for 1F, and I'm just going to keep going all the way through. So I know that this whole first row is just alternating pink and purple, so I can kind of put those down real fast right now. Pink, purple, and then after I have my first row, I can move on to the second one. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a little bit of glue down. I'm not pressing too hard with my glue stick. I don't need a lot of glue. This glue's pretty strong. So just pressing lightly, filling up that space. Now I'm going to look at row 2. So I know I need a pink and a purple to get started. But then that is where my pattern stops because that's the beginning of my head or my hair. So now I need to put brown paper, and I know that it starts at C, so I can look down there. C, so it starts there. And then what I can also do is say, okay, so it stops at J. I can look down here, J2. So that's the last one that's going to be brown. I can put that brown piece down, and I know because this whole thing is just a solid brown line, I can use all brown squares for that. So I can keep going, keep going, keep going. Doing that. Okay, so you're just going to continue through this thing. So K is pink. I'm going to put a pink one down. L is purple. I'll put a purple one down. You're just going to continue through this until you fill up your whole square. By the end of it, it should look something kind of like this. So this one is done. I filled in all of my squares. There is even some white paper in those white spaces, so I cut those eyes. If you need scissors, just let me know and I can grab you a pair of scissors. I cut those diagonals there because that was what was going on my guide, right? Okay. So we should all be ready to get started gluing down our squares and finishing up our pixelated self-portrait.